to kind of write
So
more.
which side are the pawns moving?
Okay. So,
Over here.
so first topic, I'll stretch it over here and I'll tell you what is the way to think in any given position. How do we make plans and how do we write? So either you can either you can copy from the chat that I'll be writing. That will be better. So open up the chat guys today. So the first topic is Lucina. Okay, that is topic number one. And there are three steps to play Lucina. First should be achieve the Lucina position. How do you achieve Lucina position? In Lucina, what you have to do, the king on eighth rank, system mutable, king on eighth rank, and pawn should be pawn seventh rank. I'm writing in the chat for everybody. Pawn seventh rank and rook. So this is Lucina position. And you have to see how do you convert Lucina. So first of all, this is what you have to achieve. This is step one, what I've written. Then comes step two. In step two, I'm writing step two now. Okay. First is
So what do we need to do?
I'm telling you. I'm writing in the chat. You have to just keep copying from the chat.
So done.
Everybody else also?
I need a minute more.
Third done.
Okay.
Done.
Third dot the third.
Okay. Okay, now please understand, okay? Those are copying, you can copy it, but please understand what I'm going to explain. So this position, you have to always play for win. Okay, if you're playing white, you have to understand how do you play this position to win. It is basically always winning. There's no exception, apart from if you are having a hedge pawn. Apart from that, it is always winning. Now, please learn this. Sometimes what we do in such end games, sometimes we have two pawn, okay? not just one, we have two pawn. So what we do, we only focus on one pawn. We give away one pawn just like that for free. For example, if we are having one pawn over here, we don't want to focus on this pawn. We want to focus on that pawn which is closer to my king. Okay, so what I will do, I'll achieve a Lucina position, meaning he will try to waste time like this. In the meantime, I'll bring my king up, pawn up. So Lucina position meaning king should be here, pawn should be here. So here white starts making the moves, like king goes to here, check, here, here, and Lucina. This is the typical Lucina. This is the typical Lucina, where king on the 8th rank, pawn on the 7th rank, what you have written in your notes. And in typical Lucina, what happens? The rook will be covering the escape squares. Your rook is controlling the C file, and his king is stopping your king from coming outside. So this is a Lucina, and it is always winning. How will you achieve it? It's very important. Once you achieve this, it is very simple process. But try to understand the practical logic of it. The practical logic is that here, firstly, right now, imagine if the pawn is here, imagine if the king is here. So you have to always make sure that the king should be ahead of the pawn, number one. And what you have to make sure that king should reach 8th, not right now, obviously don't blunder the pawn. King should reach 8th by going zigzag, and pawn should reach 7th. That is what your main attention is. If you're having two pawns, if you have two pawn, my recommendation is give away one pawn for free. Let opponent make or waste his moves to capture one pawn for free. In the meantime, you will achieve Lucina. Now here, once you achieve Lucina, we have to go to step 2, what I've written in the Zoom chat. Step 2 for Lucina is, first of all, we have to kick this king far away. Now, don't give close checks. In the end game, rook will, okay, let's say he makes a waiting move. Let's say he makes a waiting move like this. Okay, let's say he makes a waiting move like this. So don't kick the king like this. This is the wrong way to give a check in the end game. Rook always likes to attack from far away. If you do that, he will simply go here. You go here, he'll simply go here. He will not let you escape. So the correct way to do it is give far away checks. Now here, if he goes here, drawback is this, it is win. So if he goes here, now you will see that once the king has been kicked, if you check your notes, you have to build the bridge. Building the bridge should be done on the 4th rank. You'll keep the rook on the 4th rank, and then you bring out the king. See the problem. If you bring out the king right away, the problem is I'll never stop giving you check, 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 check. And if you come here, there goes your pawn. And if you stay with the pawn like this, I'll keep giving you check, check. You come up, check again. And you have to go and save the pawn. So the maximum the king is able to come out is only till the 5th rank, correct, guys? It means we need a rook as a support to cover the 4th rank. So what you do from the starting point only, like when we make the moves at this point, let's say they make a random move, you give him a check, you give him a check first, he goes here. Now keep the rook on the 4th rank. Now whatever they make a move, whatever they do doesn't matter here. Let them make a move, or let them just play a waiting move. Anything is fine. Now you bring out your king. Check. You see the difference. Check. 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 And finally, the rook has been employed like this. And now this is completely winning. Takes, and promotion. King is not in time, it is winning. This is a basic Lucina that you have to remember. Now, sometimes it is not very easy to achieve Lucina position because your opponent will keep trying to annoy you. Okay. So what you have to do, suppose, how can you use this knowledge in the practical game? Suppose if you are having two pawn here and they have one pawn here. Okay, if you have two pawn here, they have one pawn here, and one pawn is already here. We know that this pawn is going to be a Lucina pawn, correct? So what you will do, you don't want their pawn to be a counter pawn to create a counter play. So what I will do, I'll play g4, head g4, head g4. And then after head g4, head g4, he will come and waste the move. In the meantime, I'll achieve Lucina. Show of hands, how many of you understood Lucina? It's not very difficult, okay? It's very easy. Just you have to follow the steps and you'll be able to achieve Lucina in your games, okay? Now, I'm going to teach you another kind of theory, okay? So Lucina is very important. Only exception is rook pawn. If the rook pawn is there, it becomes a bit difficult to convert. Now, I'm going to teach you another endgame, which starts with this. Now, it's very important to learn this position. And I have seen many players, countless number of players I have seen, they're not able to win this position that I'm going to show you next. You can also try playing with level 8 or level 7 computer. It becomes difficult, and you will see that why it is difficult. I'll show you. Wait. Once, let's go here. Yeah. This is a very important theory that you guys have to learn. Okay. Now I'm writing the second thing in the chat. The second topic I'm going to write in the chat. The topic is, everybody copy. Philidor position. Now here we are playing as black, and you have to try to draw the game. And this is a difficult end game. It's not easy to play Philidor. Going wrong in Philidor is very easy. Okay. It's very important to understand that how do you create a draw in such positions. Okay. It's very important to learn how do you create a draw in such positions. Now, how to find a draw. So first of all, you have to remember what is a draw in Philidor. You have to provoke pawn to be pushed on 6th rank. Copy it, everybody. Everybody right, because this is something that is very important, and I'm teaching this theory for one more time so that your endgame, rook endgame is fully covered. Okay. So everybody right. Don't do lazy work. You have to do hard work, and you have to write, because only then you'll be able to follow it.
I can ask a question.
Yeah.
You put first Lucina, but in female position you didn't put this second.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. My bad. You can keep the second topic as Lucina. Sorry, Philidor. So you can understand, right? That first is Lucina, second is Philidor.
Sir,
Yes.
Philidor is to checkmate or draw?
Philidor is for draw. Lucina is for win. Okay. One thing you can also note, Lucina is always winning. Philidor is for draw. It's a defensive idea. It's not a winning idea.
Sir, I'm done.
Okay. When you're going to lose a game, then you have to follow Philidor idea to draw the game. It's like a saving game. It's not a winning game. Now, pay attention.
Are these steps for white or black in the
black? Because when we play Philidor, Aditya, you're playing from black. Why? Because
I am asking for the Lucena one. Kick the king out by rook check from far away. Build a bridge by keeping rook on 14 and bring out the king.
That is for white. Whoever is having the Lucina position, meaning whoever is playing for a win. Lucina is for a win. So what the steps I have told is whoever is playing for a win. Understanding? Black cannot win Lucina. In the game that I showed you, black cannot play for a win. He can play for a draw only by giving you check. So Lucina is for win. Whoever is playing for a win should build a bridge, should bring king like that.
So, in general, we are talking. Is it only for white or only for black, or both sides can play?
Both the sides. Whoever is playing the position for a win, both the sides can follow this logic. If you are having Lucina, suppose if you are playing black, and if you are playing for a win, you have to form Lucina, meaning king on the first rank, pawn on the second rank. Understanding? And how will you build a bridge as black, guys? Where will the rook go? Which rank? When you're playing black, if the king is on the second rank, king is on the first rank, pawn is on the second rank, where will your black rook be?
Fourth rank.
No, incorrect. Fifth rank. To build a bridge, you have to follow fifth rank, no?
Is
For
that
white, you have to follow fourth rank.
So is that a counter for Philidor?
No, there's no counter. I mean, going wrong, if you don't understand Philidor, going wrong is very easy. So mistakes are very, very likely to happen in Philidor.
So, but you said build a bridge by keeping rook on fourth rank.
That is for white. Okay, one thing, write down that is whatever I have suggested is, I was suggesting Lucina for white. So when you are playing from black, it will be like reverse. So whatever is true on the fourth rank for white will be true on the fifth rank for black. Understanding? Okay. Now Philidor I'm teaching here as black. Okay, so you can write it down that I'm teaching Philidor as black. Write it down so that you, okay, this is, I guess this can be a bit confusing for everybody. Right? Lucina I taught as white and Philidor I'm teaching as black. Black has to fight for a draw. Now pay attention. One thing is very important, that we allow this pawn. I want this pawn to go up. This is what I want. Because only once this pawn is pushed forward, the white king basically has no squares to avoid checks from behind. Meaning, if I keep giving checks from behind, he can never avoid checks because all these squares will be simply open. But I don't want to give him a check right away because the problem with check right away is shielded. The pawn is stopping all the checks to the king, and we'll have to waste our move, and then they will be the ones starting attack on us. Understanding? Clear? So what you have to do, you have to first of all provoke the pawn to be pushed on the sixth rank. So how will you provoke? You play a waiting move. You say, I cut the king cannot make progress. Rook can make some progress. He can give you some check, but that is, he can give you one check like this and keep repeating up and down like this. So what you have to do, you have to stop the king from making progress in Philidor. You have to stop the king from reaching the sixth rank. That is very important. So what he will do, he will keep giving you check one by one, up and down, but then he will get frustrated and he will push the pawn. And the moment he pushes the pawn, you come all the way down. And there's no way white can make progress anymore. Why? Because, okay, he'll try to give you checkmate, but you simply go here. And it is unstoppable checks. Check, and you keep giving check. And the moment the king goes too far away, you go behind the pawn, you win the pawn. Following?
One side, if he does not get frustrated and did not play it and does
So
not
what
get
is the comment?
frustrated.
Yeah, so I will come to that, Aditya. So
Sir, I don't know this position, but I've played in my games.
yes, I
I
know
did
this is one of the
something like
most
this.
common positions, and trust me, this is a draw. But here white wins most of the times. Why? Because black doesn't know how to create a draw. I've
So,
seen
but I
many.
know how to play Philidor before. But now only I know the name. It is Philidor. But I was
Okay,
just playing normally.
okay. See, now Aditya was asking this question that what if they don't get frustrated and what if they don't push the pawn? Now here, let them play some random moves. Okay, let them keep giving moves like this. Okay, now what will you do? You also play waiting move. How will white make progress? To go forward in the game, they have to make progress, right, guys? How will he make progress? He cannot make the king move. So what he will try to do, many people have seen what they try to achieve is they try to go like this and try to block with the rook. Somehow they try to block with the rook's path, something like this. They want to exchange the rook like this. This is also you have to be keeping in mind. And I'll come to this logic. I'll tell you what are the mistakes also that happen. But first of all, you understand the introduction to Philidor. Now, once wherever they go, it is unstoppable check. Check. And the moment he starts going far away, you go here. It is a draw. Now, let's say if your opponent is a bit tricky, if your opponent is not trying to accept the draw here, and if he's trying to do other things that might, hamper our position, then I'll tell you what you have to do. So I've created one more study. Okay, 1 second. So here, okay. So let's say we play rook to b2. Now in this present position, we have what we have done, guys. We have simply wasted a move, correct? Now, let's say he plays king e6. What is the threat, obviously?
E2.
Huh?
That's A2 A checkmate.
Yeah,
Rook
okay,
A
okay, okay,
checkmate.
okay. Now, let me tell you why it is very easy to go
checkmate.
wrong. I'm asking everybody to answer me in the chat. Only answer me in the chat. What will you play as black? Answer me in the chat only. Don't say it, okay? Answer me in the chat only. Take your
Then
time.
what should we play as black?
Yeah, black. Think. Okay, so I've received Srishti, Sanjeevan, Yugavarman. Okay, but everybody to answer. I'm just trying to do one experiment with you guys, just to tell you why this should be taken very seriously.
Sir, I sent, I think, right?
Okay, yeah, Nivan's answer I've received. Karthikeyan answer I've received. Aditya answer I've received. Everybody. Sarveshwaran answer I've received. Okay. Devang answer I've received. If anybody is left. Okay, now see, a couple of students have suggested good moves, but many students have suggested blunders. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Rook b6 is now a blunder. Why? Because I'll go here. And now if you go down all the way, sadly you are not in time. You're getting checkmated. So it's very important to learn this, that here the king should not reach here first. The pawn should reach here first. Then if the king goes up, you have to give check. So what did I do? I just made a waiting move just to tell you that how can it get tricky very easily. Now, correct move. No, wait. Let me come now. Let me explain now. Sarveshwaran. Correct moves are to apply prophylaxis, rook b8, which is a very strong defense, but here black has to be very careful. A better move that I like is personally rook e2 check. Now, why rook e2 check is so interesting? Let me teach you something. He'll go king d6. And it looks like, hang on a second. His king is on the 6th rank, and I'm not able to give checks anymore. It is still draw. By the way, it is still a draw, but here black needs a very accurate play. And this is something I'm writing in the notes now, okay? Now, everybody, start copying. Give me 1 second. You can also think and answer me in the chat what will you play. But first of all, I want you guys to learn this.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yeah.
I can't understand what you say. The Lucina, you tell something white.
Which part were you there at the start of the class when I was teaching Lucina?
Yeah.
Did you understand how to reach Lucina position?
I understand, but Lucina can do for white also and black also.
Whoever has the extra pawn can try to achieve Lucina.
So both also can do.
Yeah, whoever has extra pawn, both can do. If black has extra pawn, black can try to play Lucina to play for a win. If white has extra pawn, white can do Lucina and play for a win.
Then Philidor?
Philidor, whoever is trying to stop the extra pawn. Here, black has no extra pawn. White has extra pawn, right?
Yeah.
So black is trying to play for a defense. Philidor is a defense. Lucina is an attack. Lucina is a way to win. Wait 1 second. Right.
So if the opponent has a pawn and we are black, so it is called Philidor position.
Yes. You should try to achieve a Philidor position for fighting a draw. Otherwise, we'll lose that game. And if you are having the extra pawn, you should try to achieve a Lucina position. Then you will play for a win.
So I'm trying to say it's possible that if we try to achieve a Lucina, the opponent could also at the same game be trying to
Achieve Philidor. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In the same process, in this position, if you're not very careful, guys, this position can very quickly change into Lucina. See, I'll show you. Suppose if you're not careful, suppose if you just to just to highlight moves, just to make some random moves. If you're not careful, let's say I go here, push the pawn, and let's say I go here. You make some random move just to show you what I'm trying to explain. You waiting move. Okay, I go check. You go here, and I go here. You go here. You go here. Can you see that is changed into Lucina now? Are you understanding? Say, okay, Nevan, what is it? So the same position here can change into a Lucina. Whoever is trying to play for a win should achieve Lucina. Whoever is trying to play for a draw should achieve Finidor. Am I clear now to everybody what I'm trying to explain?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a question.
Oh, yes. Tell me.
The last question.
Last position, yeah. So I was asking this trick to everybody, and I was asking here. I'll explain this. How do you defend such position? Yes, tell me what.
I'm saying like the thing before this,
Okay, when I was asking you the question, right?
the Lucena one, the Lucena part.
Yeah, Lucina. What? Tell me what about Lucina?
The Lucena part on the king on d8 and the pawn on d7 and the rook on f2, white rook.
Okay. Wait. Let me. One second. I can only answer one student at a time. So you were asking this question, and let's say I play king f8. Yeah, and we achieve the Lucina. And yeah, what is the question?
What if they go f6, rook f6?
No, it is black to play. What will black play? Tell me.
What's black to play? If black play like something like
G7.
d2.
Let's play king g7. Okay, now.
Okay. Now I will go rook c4.
Okay.
Rook c7.
Yeah. No, just bring the king out.
Oh, yeah.
Here, they can go here. Then you give him a check.
Yes.
He'll go here and you promote. Understood?
Yes.
Yeah, that is also win. First of all, you have to achieve Lucina. Are you understanding? You have to bring your king on the 8th rank, pawn on the 7th rank. That position is winning. You have to achieve that position first. Okay, now everybody pay attention now. Let's go. Okay, everybody can mute yourself. Some noise is coming. Now here, after this, when they go, I was talking about rook b8. That is one idea that we discussed. That is a defense. But rook e2 is a CCT defense. It's a check capture threat. Now he goes here. Now from here, it becomes very important for you guys to learn. You play waiting move. Now he'll give you a check. Now, at this particular point, okay, after this, when we are trying to just make the moves, we will be simply forced to play like this. After king f7, king c6, and here black cannot prevent Lucina. You can do nothing and this is lost. Why? Because again, when you play rook e1 move, you're basically not doing anything. Okay, so I'll teach you how do you now achieve such positions. First of all, take a photo of this. You have to figure out how will you black play for this. You have to play this position for a draw against level 8 computer. Take a photo, but then I'll teach you what is the way. See, that is why chess is so complicated. It's only 5 pieces on the board, but from here only that it becomes very complicated to defend. Okay. Now there is another idea. Okay. The black cannot prevent it because if you just play a waiting move, okay, and now this. And can you see what I'm doing now, guys? Can you understand what I'm trying to achieve? I'm just achieving what? You just play waiting moves. What I'm trying to do? Can you guys tell me?
It's Lucina. It's going to be Lucina.
It's already Lucina. And you cannot stop me. And we have already seen that it's a win. So it's very important that you should know how do you fight this position. Wait, I'll show you. This is one of the most trickiest position in defense. Wait, I'll show you.
Sir, I was not able to take the photo.
Don't worry. I'll tell you from here. Here, Aditya, take the photo. Everybody take the photo. And you have to play this position from the black side and you have to fight for a draw here. And this is one position I've seen many students go wrong. Okay, this is one position which I've seen many students go wrong. Okay, Shrishti, thank you for this. Maybe at the end of the class, you can share me the entire notes like this, okay? So that I can share to everybody. Okay.
Just for myself, I had kept it this way.
Okay. So here I'm going to not teach. Everybody has taken the photo, I hope, right?
Sir,
Yeah.
how to screenshot in laptop?
Do you have Windows? If you have Windows laptop, then use Windows Shift S.
Windows Shift S.
PRTSC. Like Windows and PRTSC.
Okay, maybe some Windows and print screen. Control Shift S is also a way.
Or you
Same
can
time.
use the snipping tool.
Yeah, snipping tool is little more complicated.
Okay, fine. I'm going to for the next position, okay? So, okay. Wait. So here you can see that Lucina is very easy to learn, but at the same time, it's not very easy to tackle Philidor. But here, what is the correct way to defense, guys? Everybody, whoever can say. What is the only thing you have to be careful of?
Checks.
No. What is the correct way to defend right now? In this position, what is the correct way to defend?
Rook B6. Rook B6. Rook B6. Rook B6.
Rook
E1.
Okay.
Rook B1.
Okay.
Rook B6.
Okay. Rook B6. Remember what I said. You have to, in the notes only I've written, provoke the pawn on the 6th rank. You have to provoke him. Provoke means you have to make him frustrated and make him play pawn to D6. Only then you will be able to fight for a draw. Otherwise, there's no draw. White will always convert. So Rook B6 is the only way right now. Understanding, if you play a waiting move like this, if you just play a waiting move like this, or if you play a check move, it becomes very complicated from here onwards. So you have to play Rook B6. If you get the opportunity, just play Rook B6 and you have a relaxed life. Okay? Following? Okay? Okay. 1 second.
Sir, what are body checks?
Body checks means check from behind. Like check from far away are called body checks. Okay? Check from far away are called body checks. Now, I'll show you this position. Now, it is white to play. Okay? Now, here, I'll come to that Philidor position in which I said that you guys have to take a photo. I'll come to that position, but first of all, let me just complete the basic notes. Now, everybody write down the third notes. I'm writing in the chat, okay? Write down the third notes. I'll come to, okay, leave some space in the Philidor, okay? Leave some space in the Philidor. I'll talk about it later. Let me just first cover the basic ideas. The third topic is back rank defense. And it is already a defensive idea. You're not playing for a win, you're playing for a draw. Okay, quickly just copy from here. It is a back rank defense. It works when the opponent has a knight pawn or a rook pawn. Either pawn, extra pawn on the G file, H file, A file, B file. Then it works. It's a very simple defense. This is one of the simplest defenses out there in the rook endgame. Okay, it's called as a back rank defense.
What is the name of this position?
Back rank defense. Back rank defense. This is no position, Aditya. This is just a defensive idea that you have to follow.
They're done.
Done, no? Everybody done?
They're done also.
No, sir.
Okay, so see, it is very, very simple, guys. It is very, very simple idea to play for a back rank defense. If your opponent has the extra pawn on the B file, A file, G file, H file, what you have to do, simply put your king on the same file in which the pawn is, and simply put your rook on anywhere on the back rank. Don't move rook away from the back rank, and just keep playing rook A8, rook B8, rook C8, B8, A8, B8, A8, like that. And never opponent can make progress. Like here, white cannot make progress. See, I'll flip the board. We are thinking from the black side here. And here, whatever they do, basically they cannot push the pawn. The moment they push the pawn here, what we can do simply, we can just give him a small check. And here you can see, guys, that they will not be able to make any progress. Now what you have to do, simply play waiting move. Now here, if they give you a check, you simply take the pawn and it's a draw. And suppose if they don't push the pawn.
So can I tell one variation?
Yeah, if they don't push the pawn, suppose if they keep going like this. If they keep going like this, then okay, you just keep playing waiting moves. If they keep going like this, check. Never go on the longer side. It is called as the long side of the board. And the other side of the board is called as the shorter side. So when you play rook endgame, another point, everybody write it down. General point. It's a general point. In rook endgame, always follow short side defense. In rook endgames, follow short side defense. And another thing, in rook endgame, you have to do body checks.
Back rank defenses for white or black.
Any color. Whoever is trying to, suppose if opponent has rook pawn or knight pawn, you are playing for a defense, you just put your king on the same file and put your rook on the back rank.
So I have another variation for the pawn move to G7.
Yeah, many things are working, Yuvan. Many things are working. You can also see.
So we can just sacrifice the rook. Because the rook is in the seventh rank, so the king can't go up, and the pawn is attacking at h8 and f8. So when we sacrifice our rook, that will be a draw.
Okay, I'll see. Just let me just write down. Don't go.
Sir, if we push the king to like h8, okay, if they can make it with the knight to h8.
Like this?
Yes, sir.
Again, I'll go here. And I'm simply not allowing white to make progress, because you cannot do like this, because the moment you do like this, then there's a check and you lose the rook. And now I take the pawn. So what he can do, just make sure, guys, that you don't go on the longer side, because if you go on the longer side, now you're under big trouble. Because now what I can do, basically, I can come down. Now this is a very important move, the drawback. And here I'm going to go this. And now it becomes a bit difficult. It will turn into a Lucina now. So you have to just be careful that don't allow the king to come in. So when any defense we are seeing, when we are following the defense, we are not allowing the king to come in. Now, Yogan, you were telling me that if I play this move, Yogan, what was the idea you were saying? How can we sacrifice? I did not get you. Yogavarman, yes. What was the idea you were saying?
Well, sir, we go to rook e6.
Yeah.
Then rook g6.
Okay, yeah. So that is also yes. So Yogan is also telling us a stalemate trick, and now here it is a draw. Okay, so everybody is clear, no? I guess I don't think that we need a bit more discussion on this. Anybody having any doubts regarding the back rank defense? Should I go to the main ideas now? Should I go to that Philodor position?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So these are a couple of defenses you have to know. Let me go to that main theme. Do you guys remember this position? I said that you have to learn this position, right? This is a very important position that you have to learn. I've seen many players, they go wrong with this. Okay. And going wrong is very obvious, because, you know, it's hard to see that how do you stop white from making progress, because you don't have any check. Okay. Now, always when you're trying to play this position for a draw, only thing you can do is you have to make the opponent king passive. Don't allow opponent king to participate. That is the only thing you have to keep the eye on. Now, what do you think, guys? What do you think how the opponent wants to make progress? Tell me, how will he make progress? In order to form Lucina, let's say if you're thinking from the white side, how will white try to form Lucina? Tell me. Anybody can raise a hand and tell me how will white try to raise, like follow Lucina? He needs to give us a check, force us on the longer side of the board. And then what he will do, he'll push the king forward and try to push the pawn. I hope that is the line, correct? Let's say I play rook d2. Let's say. Now pay attention, everybody. Let's say I play rook d2. Now what we will do, after rook d2, he'll give us a check. We'll go to the longer side. Now the question is, he cannot go king to d7 because rook cross. So what he will do, guys? What he will do?
So we can go
Sir.
king e5.
King to
E5.
king e5. He should not go back, Yukan. He should not go back.
Sir, rook a3.
No, sir. Sir, you'll play king c6.
Okay, king c6. How many of you agree with king c6? Come on. How many of you are also thinking of king c6 in your own head? Come on. Anybody else? Can we have some votes on king c6? Okay, fine. A couple of students are there. So king c6 is logical. Let me tell you, it is a logical move, but it is not correct. Why? Because if you play king c6, no, what you're doing, what is there? You're creating some drawback. You're allowing my king to participate. So what I'm doing, I'm bringing my own king in the defense. How?
Sir,
Yeah.
king d7.
Sorry?
King d7.
King d7. Like at white from white, you're saying?
Yeah, king d.
Karthi. This is why we played rook d2, no? Guys, pay attention. This is why we played rook d2. So what is the correct way to think here, guys? That the move is rook to d2. Very important move. This is the only way to fight for a draw. To stop the king from making progress. Now what he will do? He'll give us a check. King f7. And suppose I play this move. I'll also play a waiting move. Okay, let's play rook to d8. Now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make you guys make mistake. Yes or no? Logical? What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make you guys make some mistake here. What should you do? Answer me in the chat. Think.
Sir, I forget this.
No, first answer me here, then I'll take questions. First of all, answer me in the chat. Think what white wants to do and what will you do? Remember, white will win the game if he can advance the d pawn. Ask yourself, how will he advance the d pawn?
We have to do how black will draw the position.
Yeah. You have to tell me one move that you'll play from black right now.
C6, sir, king.
No, from black you have to answer. They have played rook to d8. See why they have played rook d8. Apply mind, apply your logic. Why they have played rook d8? It should not be without any logic. No, what are they trying to do? There is a very smart move, rook d8.
To protect the pawn if the king comes.
Yes. He wants to protect the pawn. It means he wants to do what? He wants to free his king.
Sir, rook d7, white wants to do.
King c6 and king c6, pawn d6, king d7.
No, Yogan. King c7 I want to do. Because rook is already protecting the pawn now. That's what I want to do.
Sir, but we can go king c6.
You can go king
Just
c6.
for stopping that, we can go rook c2.
Rook c2.
So king c6, pawn d6, king d7.
Okay, so king c6, white moves, king e6, black moves. E2 is suggested. Okay, so Sanjeevan is saying rook e2, just waiting. But Sanjeevan, king c7 will happen.
Sir, c2, sir, knight c2 in order to protect the king to come into this side.
Rook c2. Okay, how many of you are thinking rook c2 we should try? How many of you are thinking we can try rook c2? Come on. And remember, they are trying to go Lucina. Okay. How will they achieve Lucina? Apply your mind. Meaning, the king needs to reach 7th rank. What is the drawback if you're creating this? If you do this, what is the drawback?
Lucina will come. Okay.
If you
He'll
go
push the
here,
pawn.
I'll go
He'll
up.
push the king is suicide. Okay.
And again, if you come, and now you're lost here. The moment the king goes up and pawn goes up, it is completely hopeless. There'll be many ways, and black cannot stop this. So this is a very important move, guys. Please learn this. Rook d1 or something like this will simply result into this. And again, I'll do Lucina on you. You keep giving me check, I'll hide. You go here, and again Lucina is going to happen. And the moment pawn and kings are pushed, black is hopeless. So you can see that this position is not very easy. Yeah, it's not very easy as it looks. So here, the correct move is again, remember, I have said body checks. Always the king. So I'll write rook. I'll write one notes. Everybody write it down now. Rook endgame basic. I'm writing in the chat, okay? First, you have to prioritize. The first should be that you have to give body check. Body checks means check from
Sir,
behind.
we should write it in the Fyodor attack.
No. You just write in chess basics. This is like a new topic, new lesson I'm saying. Second, if the body checks are not available, then you have to do Venkura checks. And I'll tell you what is the meaning of it.
So what is Venkura?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Sir, can I go to the washroom, sir?
Okay, quickly come back, otherwise you'll miss it.
Sir, what should we write?
I'm writing in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah. When you are trying to attack, first of all, copy it quickly so that I'll explain
Sir,
later.
is this new topic or still Rook?
No, new topic.
What's the name of the new topic?
The Rook endgame basics.
Okay.
What must I do, sir?
I've written in the chat. You have to quickly copy it.
Oh.
Sir, what is the front? Which side is the front?
I'll explain. First of all, quickly copy, then I'll explain. Srishti, back rank defense is a separate topic. It's not in Philidor.
Yeah. I just made a little confusion over here. I'm editing the message. Edit. What? Oh yeah. Bye.
Sir, done.
Sir.
Let's
Sir, I'm done also.
Okay.
I finished third.
Okay.
Sir,
Hmm.
this is to defend Lucina.
No, this is like a general idea. How do you play with rooks in the end game? I'm just giving a general fundamental idea, like what kind of check should be given. Suppose if there are three ways you can attack some piece. Should you attack? Suppose the king is up. Should you attack from behind? Should you attack from sideways? Or should you attack from the front? Always attack from behind. That should be your first priority. If that cannot be done, attack from sideways, either a king or a pawn. If you're attacking opponent king or opponent pawn, first of all attack from behind. If not from behind, attack from sideways. If sideways is also not possible, then only attack from front. Attack from the front generally doesn't work. Now here I'll show you. See, everybody has written, no? So I'll now go and explain. Okay, now pay attention. In this particular game, what do you think? Can we give body checks now to the king? What do you think? Is body checks now possible? No. So what we are going to do, we are going for the sideways. We go rook a2. And you'll see the difference. You go king c7 and now simply check, body checks. I mean, so sorry, the Vancouver checks. Vancouver checks are checks from sideways. And here, black, like he cannot make progress because the moment he tries to come towards my side, I simply go and attack him. And he will go away with the rook, and I'll go rook to d7, and I'll just take the pawn. Following? Yeah? So let's go back a bit. Let's go back. Let's give him a check. And let's say he goes king c6. Now, what have I done? I have stopped him from making progress. So what will you guys do in the chat, please? Quickly in the chat. What will you guys do? Only answer me in the chat, okay?
Sir, what do we have to do again?
Here you have to answer me how will black play for a defense.
Yes.
And always pay attention on opponent moves, you know. When his king cannot go to c7 now. And it is our move. How do we play for CCT? Remember?
Sir, his pawn is moving upwards, right?
Yeah, upward only, upward only. Because I've received some messages. Sanjeevan correct. Yogan correct. Devang correct. Sarveshwaran, rook a6 is not required. Aditya, no, Aditya playing from black. You're playing for a defense here. Srishti correct. Okay, so king e7 is simply the way, because if you don't play king e7, let's play you. I mean, the threat is very obvious. They want to go for this check and they want to exchange rooks. You just go and attack him. He'll leave the d file, and then you are fine. The moment the rook leaves the d file, we are fine. If he goes here, like this, what we can do, guys? We can simply give him a check.
Sir, what if he moves his rook to d6 instead?
Okay, so let's say he goes rook. Sorry, my bad. Let's say he goes rook d6. I guess that is the question. And you win the piece. So he will always try to be far away because he wants to also give you sideways check, right? He wants to give you sideways check. That's what he's trying to do.
Now he wants to skewer us.
Okay, now he wants to skewer us. Okay, so you give him a check. If he goes back, and now we can see the same idea. We have achieved the desired position. The king is again pushed back. So again, it's like repeating itself. Okay, now let me. Sorry.
Like it was here, right? And then we can play rook g6 to attack the pawn. No,
Like-
rook d6.
Oh, you don't want to do that, I guess.
Oh.
Always be careful of these sacrifices, and this is a winning king pawn end game. Okay, so just go far away. Don't attack him. Don't attack him. Make him push. Make him push.
The sixth friend.
Yeah, this is what you want. Now, this is something which is maybe a possibility, I guess. Because okay, if you do that, I can go like this, all the way other side, and I believe if you do this, there's a checkmate. So here we can see that again, going wrong is very, very easy, I guess. So Yes, we made some random moves here very quickly. Okay, wait 1 second. So king is, oops, we are going way back. Okay, so let's say after rook d2, after rook d8, I suggested that we should play rook a2, right? That's what I suggested. Rook a2 move. Okay, so after rook a2, let's say he plays something else. Let's say he plays rook c2. Sorry, rook c8. So what he's trying to say, he's trying to play again a different move. So you see the logic now that the rook was placed on d8 to protect the pawn. So he's not able to protect the pawn anymore, and he cannot play king c7 or king d7. Why? Because you can simply play rook d2 back. And once you play rook d2 back, it's like repetition. Because if you go here, it becomes I believe it becomes, we can go, okay, interesting question. Black to play and find a forced draw here. Black to play, find a forced draw. What do you do? Yes, Aditya? What is the forced draw here in this case?
I was not raising hand.
Okay, okay.
Sir, mostly such type of positions, white will win with the pawn, no, sir. If we sacrifice like rook to rook.
Rook to?
Rook, sir. If we sacrifice like that,
No,
we came
no,
to
you don't
h8.
sacrifice. You cannot sacrifice here. You have to win the pawn here.
So can I?
Yes, your government?
Is it a draw, sir?
Yeah, of course.
King f6.
King f6. What if I push the pawn?
Sir, push the pawn rook takes.
No.
Oh, the pawn is going. Sorry. I think the one is going first.
Careful, careful, careful.
Sir, e6, black king will go into e7.
E7. Okay, what if I go pawn up check?
Up check, I will take with the rook. Check.
Very nice. And if I go here check?
I will keep the king to
e6.
rook side, like e6.
E6 is not possible.
No, sir. Definitely the king will move, no, sir. If I keep the check.
Yeah. Where will the king go? Here, here.
If the pawn
here,
moves front. I'm asking you, sir.
like this.
Yes, sir. Mostly.
D8. And then you can
Yes.
give a check. He cannot make progress like this because we can simply, I believe, give a check, and then he will make progress like this. And yeah, I guess it is a draw. Okay, calculate this rook cross, pawn cross. King goes here. All right. Draw. Okay, it is a stalemate. So here, this position is very, very important because this is one of the most trickiest position in the rook endgame. And you have to be very precise, very, very careful defenses required to play this position. So the correct way is to keep not allowing the king to make progress to Lucina, because if you allow his king to reach the 7th rank, then we are gone. We cannot win that game then. I mean, we cannot draw the game. So rook d2 is very important. And then he'll give a check. He'll go here. He'll go here. And after this, you have to simply play rook a2. Why? Because let's say he plays king c7. Then we start giving him checks. And I suggested king here, and we go here. And let's say he goes probably here. And in this particular process, maybe, just maybe, we can make, okay, what if we go rook to d7? Let's see if we can win this. Rook d7. And if you go here, check, I will go back. And if you take, I'll take with the king, and it becomes a draw because you'll have to play king c5 and it becomes a draw, king c7. So just to show you.
Came that, yes, sir, in that position, as a check with the king. I will go front now, sir. Like d6 also I can go now.
Yeah, d6 also you can go. It's fine. You can go d6 also. This is also a fine position. So it's one and the same thing. It's turning out to be the same, transposing into the same endgame. Now, after this, you guys should know how to create a draw. Don't let the king come again to the 6th rank. In the king pawn endgame, if the king goes 6th rank,
The king c7 now.
yeah, just form opposition and nothing will happen. This. And you have to go back, always go back on the same file in which the pawn is. Pawn is on D file, go back like this. Wherever I go forward, you form opposition, check, block, stalemate. Following? Now this comes with practice. That's why I have said that you take the photo of this and try to play with level 8 as black. It's not very easy as it looks. Okay, this is the same photo that I was suggesting previously. It is not as easy as it looks, because here level 8 will try to really make you work hard for this. Okay, so I've given you the basic knowledge of this, but with practice you will be able to understand, and many, it comes with a lot of practice here. This is a very tricky end game, the Philidor. Okay, now quickly look at this position now. Okay, write down the next defense, Venkura defense. I've written Venkura in the middle, but now you write down as a separate topic, Venkura defense. I'm writing in the main chat. Vankura.
Done, sir.
Sir, done. I snapped the photo.
Okay. Vankura defense. Let me just load the position of Vankura. 1 second.
Sir, there's Vankura defense and Venkura defense.
No, sorry. Oh, my bad. The spelling of Vankura is not E. Vancura.
Okay.
My bad.
So your wrong pronunciation is kind of like Vancouver.
Yeah. Okay, so wait 1 second. Let me load the game. One second. I'll have to, I guess I have to go way up. All these endgames will be given as assignments, so don't worry about them. These are the endgames that we have created, but you have to first of all know the basics of it, then you can apply the basics in your, yeah, okay, so we are there at the Vankura defense. Okay, now basically now here only white can play for a win, obviously, and black is already in a very bad shape. So Vankura defense should be followed if your king is super far away from where the game is happening. Why? The game is happening on the H file. Our king is on the other corner of the board. And here, it's very, very important to understand what is the correct way to play for a defense. Here, again, it's a draw. Only thing, guys, when you are saying that, whenever I'm telling you defense, you have to stop the Lucina position from happening, meaning the king must not cross which rank? If you have understood the Philidor position, the king must not cross which rank?
5th, sir.
6th. King must not cross 6th rank. It's very important to stop the king from 6th rank entry. Okay. So the notes in the Vankura is that what you have to do, don't chase the pawn. If your king is far away, see, if your king is far away from the passed pawn, then you have to follow Vankura defense.
for white or
No, I'm telling you. Copy it quickly. Everybody understood, no? Okay, now let me tell you. Now, one thing is very important. In this particular game, everybody now learn this. See, this will be the final defense, then we'll be done. See, here is this white rook. What do you think? Is this white rook placed on a good square or on a bad square?
Bad.
Where, if I give you the chance to play the rook, where would you like to keep the rook on? Which square?
Behind the passed pawn. Rook
Exactly.
h1.
H1, H2. This is what you want. Please understand. But if you follow this, if you follow rook h3, which I suggested, that always keep the body idea with the rook, it is a mistake. Why it is a mistake? Because you are letting the king reach Lucina. Now, whatever you do, you are letting the king reach Lucina and nothing can happen now. Why nothing can happen? Because here, simply your king is not involved in the game. Your king is simply too far away from the action, and whatever move you do, I'll simply play this move. And okay, you go behind like this, I'll simply play like this, and see what I'm doing. I'm building the bridge here, and now you cannot stop me. So it's very important that when should you keep your rook behind a passed pawn? When the pawn is already on the second last square from becoming a queen, either on the second rank or on the seventh rank. Okay, seventh rank from white, second rank from black. Only then we will keep like this. For example, pay attention, everybody. Suppose we play rook c6. Suppose, and he pushes the pawn. If then don't even have to do anything. Just close your eyes. Literally close your eyes. Put your rook like this. Just put your rook like this. Nothing will happen. Because why? Because he cannot form Lucina anymore.
No, but he can win the queen now, sir, by keeping the check to the.
How will you win the queen? The
Yeah,
moment
yes, sir. Check to the a7. A8. You will take it.
I'll take.
Check. Okay, right.
Okay. So here you will try to come forward, but okay, I'll go behind. And the moment you touch the pawn, I'll keep giving body checks. And I will give you unlimited check. Unlimited check. And you cannot escape it. Why? Because you want to hide, but I'm not giving you space, or I'm not giving you a chance to hide. So when will you keep the rook behind the passed pawn, guys? When the passed pawn has reached where? Yes, Aditya.
We should keep the rook behind the passed pawn when it's on seventh rank or second rank.
Write it down, all of you, what Aditya said. Keep the rook behind the passed pawn only when the passed pawn has reached seventh rank or second rank. Otherwise, he will form Lucina. So this is why rook on h4, which looks a very natural move. Okay, it looks like a very natural move here, rook on h4, but it is incorrect move. Because white will simply form Lucina, white will convert. So the only way to play for our defense here is go rook c6. Now here, whatever they do, whatever they play, okay, I just keep playing waiting move. Whatever you play, I'll not let you infiltrate. Okay, not this. Because here, I guess now he forms, okay, this is still a defense. Keep giving check, 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 check. And he will never be comfortable with Lucina. He's not getting enough time to come out. Whatever he does, he goes back, he keep doing check, unlimited checks. I hope you have understood, everybody.
Yes.
We have done Lucina, we have done Vancouver, we have done short side defense, long side defense, and we have done
Back rank defense.
the back rank.
Sir, Vancouver from white or black side?
This position that I was teaching was from the black side. Vancouver is a defense. Whenever you're trying to defend, meaning whoever is not having the extra pawn, you should play Vancouver.
Sir, Vancouver can be played from both sides.
White
Yeah,
or black
any.
side?
Whatever I taught can be played from both the
White or
sides.
black side?
Sir, is it correct? I wrote only keep the rook behind a pawn if the rook is on second or sixth rank.
Sir,
If the pawn is on second or sixth rank.
sir,
Yeah.
can you stop the class for 2 minutes? I have to write it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Write it. Now, Srishti has suggested a note. So I'm just sharing the notes in the main chat to everybody. I guess everybody has written it already, yeah? For those who have not written it, I'm sharing everything that I taught in this thing. Okay, so I'm writing it over.
Sir, who is Lohas?
Luhas is a player in the club. He is in a different batch. What happened?
No, sir, no, sir. Normally, sir. For every time when I use it to come into the arena, he will fight with me. Nice.
Yeah. Luhas is a good emerging player. He's a strong player.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It is showing the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I've just, it's like in one thing, in one theory, everything is there. It's the same thing what I've written.
Oh, then must I write it again?
No. Why will you write it again? I've just like written it like this only.
Oh.
I hope everybody has understood the lesson. You will be given assignment on the rook endgame. Okay. First of all, how many of you have received assignment on puzzles? The pigeon have been shared already. Start doing the pigeons. Okay. Do the pigeon on the on croissant app or on the different apps that you are having. Start doing it. Other than chessbait, on croissant, or chessx, anything is fine. And apart from this, you'll be given rook endgame assignment. Try to finish it up and play it only against level 8 computer. Level 8, okay, remember. Okay, because this defense is not very easy. Okay, when we are having the extra pawn, we can try to play for a win. But if you have to defend the extra pawn, it becomes a bit tricky. All right. Try to play it. Tell me by next week if you guys are able to do it or not do it. Okay. But keep all the positions on chess and play it against level 8, and you'll be given links also. Okay. In the I guess in the Pro Chess group, you'll be given the link and play it only level 8. All right. All right. Aditya, have you done writing? Which part are you writing on right now?
Rook endgame basics.
Week endgame. Oh, apart from that, you have not written anything.
I have written Fildor defense Lucena.
Acha, okay, understood. You have not written Vancouver and back rank, yeah? Endgame basics. Okay, wait, don't worry. I have copied the notes, Aditya. I'll share it to your, like someone will share it to your dad, okay?
Okay, sir.
You can copy it from there, okay? But make sure everybody, you finish up your assignment on endgame. Make sure of that, okay? Because these are the 4 defenses we have covered. We have covered Vancouver, Lucina, back rank, and one more. What is that?
Philidor defense.
Philidor, one of the most complex endgame in the rook endgames. Okay, Philidor. So do all these positions, and after this, only 3 more defenses are left, which is frontal defense, lateral defense. It's not very difficult to understand. I'll cover it up in the next class. And from the next month onwards, you'll be taught Pir, Caro-Kann, Sicilian.
Sir, will you do it on Friday?
No. Friday we don't have this. Okay. All right, guys. stop here.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye guys. Take
Oh,
care.
sir. Bye,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.